Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be taking a look at what is next in love for you. We have three groups over here. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. What I want you to do is choose one of these groups that you feel called to, and the timestamps are going to be in the description below, and you can jump right to your reading. So without further ado, let's get into group number 1. Hi, group number 1. We are going to be taking a look at what is happening in your love life and what is coming up next for you. We're going to pull some oracle cards, some tarot cards, and we also have some chits over here to find initial, zodiac signs, anything about the people that you're going to be dealing with romantically, either now or moving forward. I do offer personal readings on Instagram, so if you're wanting a personal love reading, feel free to message me on there. But let's take a look at what the cards are that you got. So these cards are talking about what is the current energy around you, basically. So let's see here. We have you deserve love. Keep an open mind and heart-to-heart conversations. There are people here that are interested in you, and there are people that you might be interested in also. But I'm also sensing a lot of independence. So it feels like you have gone through this journey of self-love where you've really sort of gained that self-confidence. You've learned to sort of love yourself, nourish yourself, nurture yourself. And there is a bit more journey ahead. I feel like you've had to learn a really big lesson on how to find balance with your emotions, because there was this tendency to really sort of be not over emotional, but kind of have your emotions be all over the place, and emotions not coming out right and not towards the right people. So you're almost like, if you're angry at one person, you're yelling at the other person. Like, it's your emotions weren't directed, but you have learned to direct them the right way over the experiences that you have had. With the keep an open mind, I do sense that there are a few people around you that are quite interested in you, and the universe is guiding you though to keep your options open. Don't be so settled on one individual at this time, because I do feel like right now you're meant to be really exploring and gaining new experiences. With the heart talk conversations, it does feel like there is someone around you that wants to say something to you. This could be you as well. Maybe you do have a heavy heart at this time and you're wanting to communicate, but I feel like either you or someone around you, there's this desire to express, to talk. And I do sense that perhaps this is something that is going to be happening eventually as you move forward on this journey. But with the heart-to-heart conversation, I do also sense that you are used to dealing with romantic interests where the person that you're dealing with is a little bit cold with expressing their emotions. They're not as, they don't feel as, they don't have the courage to be vulnerable, basically. Like, when it comes to having a conversation, they have a lot of fear and a lot of like barriers around their heart chakra, so they're not as open about their emotions. So that's something that you're used to, but I do sense that something to do with vulnerability and communication is definitely coming up here in the future for you. This is either a lesson to learn for you, or this is going to be a shift coming where you are going to be dealing with someone where they're really going to have to go through this lesson on how to be vulnerable, and it's going to be happening through their connection with you. So either you or your person, or both. So that's definitely something that is coming up here. But right now, the universe is guiding you to socialize. They're guiding you to connect with the people around you and just kind of keep your options open. Don't be so settled, and always put yourself first. Especially at this phase in your life, you need to be really putting yourself first, putting your career first. Let's see what else we can find out. What is currently happening in group number 1's love life? Current energy, spirit. Wow. Okay. 10 of Swords. King of Cups. The Judgment. As I was saying, it seems like there's someone around you that wants to communicate, that wants to talk to you. We have the King of Cups coming up. This is a water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could be your energy, or this could be someone else's energy. This is a masculine energy as well. It's an energy of someone that has balanced out their emotions. It's an energy of someone that has gained a sense of self and sense of stability within themselves. Now, Ten of Swords talks about an ending of a cycle, but it does feel like the sun is starting to rise. So this is the energy that is in your life. Now, this could be talking about a distant past where there was an ending, and slowly the sun has risen, and you've learned to sort of find your grounding, basically. But this could also be talking about an individual that you have had an ending with, that is really wanting to speak to you, and they're really wanting to come forth because they're feeling a strong pull to say something. I want to mention the Judgment is a major arcana card, and this card has come up. It's basically indicating that there is a pull that someone is feeling towards the right direction, towards their purpose. Either there is a lesson within this purpose that needs to be learned, or there's a relationship that where you need to be united with someone. But the Judgment, you might be sensing this also. If you feel called to have a conversation with anyone at this point, please do so. And if you're not feeling any pull, then there is someone else, someone around you that is feeling this pull. But yeah, we have a water sign energy and air sign energy: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're also really going to be feeling pulled towards your career or certain goals at this time, because as I mentioned, the Judgment is a major arcana and it is leading you towards a life purpose. So if right now you feel very pulled towards investing in yourself, investing in certain pathways, allow yourself to do so. Whatever you're feeling pulled towards, you need to be really going in the direction, because the Judgment coming up is saying that this is your life purpose. But yeah, when it comes to romance, I definitely sense some sort of situation here, some sort of ending, and it feels like someone's like very present, someone's just sitting there and wanting to talk. So take how that resonates. And if there's no one like that is coming forward right now, this person's sitting in the background and wanting to talk. But we'll see when we move to the future part of the reading, if this person is coming up. And let's do that now. What is coming up next towards group number 1 in love, Spirit? What is coming towards group number 1 in love? In the love life, Spirit. Okay, 2 cards came out, and I will be taking them both. The Well. Where lies the source? Mirror. What do you see reflected back to you? Wow, I'm picking up a strong soulmate energy from this card. But I was mentioning communication and a pull. And I feel like this could be a pull towards a union. And communication. Whatever block you're seeing in the other person, you have also in you. So that is something to really keep in mind moving forward. If you're feeling like, why is this person being this way? I wish they were like this. Look in the mirror. Where are you the same? When you untangle yourself, the person you're dealing with will also untangle themselves. So this is a straight mirror here. And that is a great way to make progress in whatever this connection is. Whatever challenge you're facing with this person, you have to look at yourself and see where you're the same and shift that, and that is how you'll be able to shift the connection also. And then we have the Well. Where lies the source? I'm almost sensing like infinite potential, infinite possibilities. I feel like moving forward, your love life can go in many ways. And you're gonna hold a lot of power to determine which direction it ends up going. Because, as I said, the mirror, how you're willing to handle yourself in life will determine how the connection progresses. So it's really all about you here, not as much as about the other person. So this is not time to be focusing on or moving forward. It's not the time to focus on how the other person's acting or how they're not acting, how you want them to act. It's all about handling yourself, managing yourself in a way where the person ends up mirroring that energy and kind of acting in a way that is more desirable. There's also a lot of healing that is going to be taking place here. I'm sorry if I'm like speaking a little slowly. I'm like receiving a lot of intense messages here, but a lot of healing that is going to be taking place, and this isn't healing that is going to be painful. This is healing that is going to feel more nourishing. It's almost the energy of when you've been starving and suddenly there is so much food in front of you and you just feel whole and full and just happy and held. And that's the kind of energy I'm sensing here. But it also feels like when it comes to this connection, you're really going to have to go through this deep cleansing. So as you start this connection, as you move forward in this connection, there's going to be a lot of healing that needs to take place. Not healing, cleansing, where you might release a lot of things that you've been holding on to. Connections, clothes, you might shed parts of yourself that no longer serve you. So there's going to be a lot of like releasing and cleansing and becoming this fresh, new, clean version of yourself. And then, yeah, coming into union with someone here for sure. Let's get some more oracle cards here from the Romance Angels Oracle deck. What is next in love for group number 1, Spirit? Whoa. Not taking those. Group number 1, Spirit. What is next in love for group number 1? Okay. Separation and reconciliation. Okay. So we were picking up on the Ten of Swords energy right here. That there has been some sort of ending and with someone, and there's this heaviness here someone's been sensing. And then we have reconciliation, which talks about healing, coming back together, some sort of union, and it says someone from your past is returning to your life. So as I was picking up, it feels like there's someone that's wanting to talk to you. This is someone that you already know, it seems like. And there was this sort of painful ending here in the past. And right now, they're really wanting to come back. For some of you, they have already come back. And I feel the connection is just going to become better and better. For others of you, they will be coming back. And it's going to feel really good. I feel like you want this. So this is not someone from your past that you don't want. This is someone from your past where you have been waiting, and if they were to come back, things would actually be good. Things would not be bad. It's not like this person's going to drag you down in any way. This person's actually coming back to uplift you. That's the kind of energy this is. Now, let's see with the tarot what we can find out. What's next in love for group number 1, Spirit? What's coming up next in love for group number 1? Okay, we have Knight of Wands, King of Swords. What's next in love? Oh dear, my apologies. My apologies. What's next in love for group number 1, Spirit? Whoa. Okay. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? That is beautiful. We have 1111. We have a divine counterpart here. So what is coming? I'm going to read these cards in the order they came out, and this is how the future may progress. Knight of Wands. I do sense that moving forward, there is going to be someone coming towards you with a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a little bit of impulse, but I feel like it's needed. This is kind of like they need to push themselves really fast, because if they don't, they might hold back and they might not end up doing it. So there is someone coming your way that are going to really kind of push themselves, and it might happen in a bit of a rush, but I do see them coming your way and bringing a lot of communication. Now, even though they're coming in a bit of an like rushed way, what they're saying is something they have thought about. What they're saying is something they have planned. It's not something that they're just making up on the spot. They have thought this through. There is communication that's going to be happening where decisions will be made, because King of Swords is someone that is not afraid to make decisions, not afraid to make changes, not afraid to speak up. So I do feel that it's going to be a bit of a serious conversation that you're going to be ending up having with this person. And it is going to be a very direct, very clear, but also a bit cold, because King of Swords is a bit more practical, not as emotional. However, whatever this conversation is about will lead to a lot of emotion, a lot of emotional healing, especially. The star can also talk about a wish come true, something we manifest, something that we pull towards us, and as it's coming in, it's helping us kind of feel nourished and almost relaxed in a way. So it's like coming home. That's the kind of energy this is. So whatever this conversation is will lead towards a sense of healing, a sense of wholeness. And then we have 11 card, which is the Four of Wands, which talks about everything being as it's supposed to be. A new pathway opening up that is really stable. There's a lot of harmony. This can talk about a serious relationship here as well, coming towards you, that is very healthy. And it feels like both of you are gonna really mirror, I guess the card mirror come up, but mirror each other and give each other equally. And then with the Emperor here, this person is gonna end up being quite a solid part of your life. The number 4 is also repeated over here, which talks about stability, serious relationships. So this person is gonna become quite significant. The Emperor is the husband, or they're like, especially if this is a masculine, this is the energy of someone that is quite solid in your life and has a strong say in what happens in your life as well. So they're gonna become quite significant to your journey, and yeah, your divine counterpart this is for sure. But overall, this feels like a very, very positive energy. I sense a lot of movement, a lot of progress being made in this specific relationship. And for a lot of you, this is someone that you already know. So there you go. Let's get some chits here to figure out who this person is, just to kind of confirm for you. So we're gonna get some chits here. Let's see. So we have R. They could have R in their name, or R might be significant. We have Taurus energy. We also have Aries and Aquarius energy. We have a lot of energy from different zodiac signs. We have N. We have spiritual lessons. So you'll definitely be learning some kind of spiritual lesson through this relationship. And I feel like perhaps you have learned a lot of lessons. As I was mentioning, there's a lesson on self-love. There's a lesson on communication, being vulnerable. So there has been a lot of lessons learned. And this is a spiritual relationship for sure. With the mirroring coming up, the soulmate energy coming up, we have D. We have Scorpio. This is a very okay, I don't think this person is intense, but this conversation that's happening is going to be quite intense for sure. But we have Scorpio sign also coming up. Let's get 2 more. We have heartbroken. Yeah, someone here is definitely heartbroken with the ending and everything. It could definitely be this person that you're going to be dealing with, and I feel like they've been heartbroken for a while and they're really wanting to not feel that way anymore. They want healing, which is why things are going to be happening the way they are. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Let's get one more card, or one more chip. We have karmic. Okay, so there is definitely some sort of past here, some sort of karma that is involved in the situation, and it feels like things have not finished yet. There is more to come in the situation. Karma doesn't always mean something bad. Karma is basically something that is unfinished, that still needs to be finished. It can be good, it can be bad. This could be something like, if you give a lot of love, it's time to get it back. If you did something bad, it's time to get it back. So love is also there. So if you gave a lot and didn't get it back, the time to get it back is coming. But there is definitely something unfinished here that is gonna be kind of coming back into your life. So get ready for that. But that's all I'm picking up here from your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group number two. How are you doing? We're going to be taking a look at what is happening in your love life right now and what is going to be happening in the future. We'll also be pulling oracle cards, tarot cards, and some chits to kind of find the initial and zodiac signs at the end. I do offer personal readings on Instagram, so if you're wanting a personal love reading, feel free to message me on there. And without further ado, let's get into your reading. So we are going to be taking a look at these cards first, and they're talking about current energies that are surrounding your love life. So let's take a look here. We have give your relationship a chance, passion, and pay attention to the red flags. You guys are definitely dealing with someone here where the connection is quite fiery, but also a little bit unstable. This could be someone that comes in and out of your life. There's a part of you that really wants to give this connection a chance, but then there's also a part of you that kind of holds back because you kind of know that something is not right here. Like something is a little bit. There are red flags, as it says on the card. Pay attention to the red flags, and a part of you does pay attention to the red flags also. Both of you feel very pulled towards each other. There is this fire, this chemistry, this passion. And I do sense that whoever you are dealing with, however their human is acting, their soul is a sweet friend. Sweet friend, interesting. But their soul is like your souls are familiar to each other. So in a way, they're around you. Their ego might be acting out in a certain way. Their soul is still very caring of you. But you have to always pay attention to the human, because this is a human world we're in, right? We need to be focusing on how the human is acting and make our decisions accordingly, not just focus on the fact that it's a soulmate and let that be the reason you stay with the person, right? But when it comes to this connection, there is passion, there is attraction, it's mutual, but then there are some red flags also. Let's take a look at tarot to see if we can find anything else. What's currently happening in group number two's love life, Spirit? Group number two's love life. What is currently happening here? Okay, we have a lot coming out. Let's see. So we have Seven of Cups and the Empress. So there's definitely someone here. I'm almost picking up this energy of someone that's like running around crazy, trying to like, I don't know, clean their room, but there's this like kind of restless energy. It's not yours. It's the person you're dealing with. The energy is coming up quite restless, quite overwhelming, not just for themselves, but for the people around them as well, which might be the reason why there is this energy of flakiness present, because they're not able to organize their thoughts, they're not able to organize their days or their life. So they might miss out on certain things because they just forget about it, or they double book, or like they're not able to kind of have a plan and follow it through that often. But when it comes to you, you are looking quite attractive. Whether you're a masculine or a feminine, I'm sensing this energy of being very attractive, having your stuff together, like having your, like you got your life going. You have opportunities, you are abundant, you have people around you that really care about you, and you're sitting on your throne and you're looking quite attractive. And this person, there is also this flicker of insecurity here as well present in their energy, where they don't quite feel a match. How they're acting is different, but deep within there is insecurity present here. They don't feel like they're worthy in a way, because you are like up there for them for sure. Let's see what else we have. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Eight of Cups, and it's all talking about the same person here, but this is kind of focusing more on their flakiness and how it's affecting the connection as well. This person sees you as someone that has long-term potential. Like they see you as someone that is worth investing in, where the connection can be serious, and if they were to give to you, like it could be really good. But the thing is, when they do come towards you, when there is some sort of action, is coming up as a fish in a cup. It doesn't quite fit. Like they are not good at giving. They're not good at giving their emotions. They're not good at expressing their emotions. And this is where the insecurity is coming in as well. They're quite underdeveloped when it comes to their emotional state. And this is quite common, believe it or not, because of the way, especially men are raised in the society. They're not really that pushed towards feeling their emotions because they have to be a man. So there is this energy here of them being underdeveloped when it comes to expressing their emotions and showing affection and showing love the right way, in a healthy way. So they see the potential, they know what's there, they just don't know how to be, they just don't know how to approach it, what to do. And that insecurity drives them crazy, that insecurity drives them mad, and which ends up them kind of walking away and feeling just like silly. Eight of Cups is the energy of someone going in and out of your life. This can be an energy of someone that is just needing a lot of time to kind of reflect on their own actions and their own thoughts. And when it comes to their thoughts, there's quite a lot of that. So I won't be surprised if this person's like in and out of your life, saying things, not following through, just being all over the place, being a little bit overwhelming to be around. So that's where you currently are. Let's take a look at where you're headed next. What is the energy, Spirit, moving forward in love for group number 2? Okay. We have healing herbs. What practical magic rises from within? We have curse. What dark energy can you cast off? Now, moving forward with these two cards, I feel like you're going to be really focused on yourself. You have a lot of things going for you, and I feel like it requires your time and energy. Like, you need to be focusing on your personal projects. There are some connections in your life that need a lot of attention as well, that are good, healthy connections. And I'm seeing you sort of just giving to these energies. You're kind of creating this magical life around yourself, right? But when it comes to this connection, it seems like when you look at it, it feels draining. When you think about this person, it feels draining, and it almost feels like this dark energy that you're like, it's just hovering over your head. And this is kind of draining the magic out of your life also. It is important to kind of keep either black tourmaline, smoky quartz, or maybe cleanse yourself, cleanse your energy. If you don't have crystals, if you don't have any Palo Santo or sage or any of that, you can just take a nice shower and just imagine that the water is cleaning your energy up. That's good enough. Like, make sure you're kind of putting that in your routine every day, because you have so much potential. There is so much you can do with yourself. You are really a magical being, and this situation, and it's not this person's fault necessarily. As I said, they're not prepared, they weren't prepared growing up for how to handle these things, and so they're figuring it out. And it's always messy when a kid is figuring out their emotions. It's not a big deal, because the kid's gonna figure out, I want to buy this toy, I can't. Like, it's a big deal for the kid, right? And if you help out the kid with their emotions at that age, it doesn't affect people. But when that kid hasn't been helped and they're now an adult dealing with adult issues, it's not a person, it's not a doll that the kid wants anymore, it's an adult person wanting a person. And that can really complicate things, and it's understandable why people get hurt so often, because they're not prepared for these things, right? Anyways, let's see with another oracle deck what is coming up towards you. Group number 2, Spirit. It's coming their way in love. It's coming towards group number 2 in love. Oh, okay. So we have flirt, we have soulmate. Let's see what else. And we have you deserve love. Okay, so there is definitely going to be a lot of flirting, a lot of passion kind of energy, because as I can sense that there is this intense attraction between the both of you. So I do see them coming towards you, and I do see them being very like physically affectionate. This soulmate card has come up, so this person is quite significant, as I was sensing. Like, you do, like, this person's soul is quite caring of you, even though they're human, their ego might be acting not the best. So you're going to be able to sense it. You're going to be able to feel the pull. You're going to be able to know that this, like, there is this care. Even though they're not showing it, there is this care. And you're able to sense the soul here. And then with the you deserve love, I feel like you know you deserve love. You know what you deserve. And I feel like you're really being smart about this moving forward. You're being very mature about this. You're keeping it in mind and you're acting accordingly. You know that you need to be prioritizing certain things in your life. And I'm seeing you doing that. So there's also this sense of sort of things slowly getting better. There is this energy present here, and it feels like it's happening because you are very well aware of what your priorities need to be. So yeah, there is love here, there is this familiarity here, this energy of caring, and then you just taking care of yourself. Let's get deeper though with the tarot. What is next in love for group number 2? What is coming up next in love for group number 2, Spirit? Okay, we have a lot coming up for you. Wow, your love life, you are busy, let me tell you that. So we have 5 of Swords. Not surprised to see that. We have the Star. We have King of Swords. Let's talk about these cards first. So I do see some sort of situation coming up here in this connection where there's going to be this energy of dishonesty where someone is acting immature and being deceptive, doing things they're not supposed to be doing. And I do feel that there's also going to be this distance here that you're going to be sensing with this person where you're not able to connect on that deeper level. And again, people can only meet you where they can meet themselves, right? And this person, emotionally, there's this distance present within themselves, so there's distance present in the relationships also. So there's this energy of deception, there's this energy of distance, but then I do see some sort of conversation happening here in the future where truth is really being demanded. This is a serious conversation. Decisions could be made also in this situation, but I also feel this person being somewhat cold towards you. There is this energy here also where they're almost like kind of bit on their defensive end. Let's see what else we get from these cards before we... So we have Death, and we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles. Let's talk about the Death here first though. Now Death talks about an ending of a cycle and a new beginning. This is an ending that had to be happening slowly over time, and it's finally coming to a full end. Now this doesn't have to mean the end of a relationship. It's basically talking about an energy that you've been feeling for a long time, and then there's a shift coming and the sun is rising. And we can definitely see the sun has risen in these cards because the energy is quite bluish and yellowish, how the sky looks when you look up on a sunny day, right? But this here is a little dark. So I do feel, as I mentioned, there is love here, there is flirtation, there is just a lot going on in your love life moving forward. The energies are so many different complex energies, and it all represents the energy of this person coming in and out of your life. When they come in, it's almost like the energy of a bipolar disorder where suddenly like they're here and things are like really good, and then they're gone and things like really bad. So it's like a lot of energies are coming up through this reading because there is going to be a lot of ups and downs happening in the connection, and no wonder this is a dark energy that sometimes you need to cast off, right? But so I see something happening, I see some sense of distance, and with that distance though, it also feels like you're really just taking care of yourself in that time. You're not so focused on the fact, like you can sense that this person's a little bit far away from you, but you're just kind of nurturing yourself and you're taking care of yourself, and it's working out in your favor. But I do feel communication here that is going to lead to some sort of change, some sort of intense change. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune, Death, Star, these are all major arcana cards, so this connection is quite significant here. And I feel like change is definitely coming. Things are gonna be quite different moving forward than how they are right now, so get ready for that. What that change is, I will try to pull some more cards to figure out what that change is, but I feel like at the end of this, with the Nine of Pentacles, you are gonna be so confident. You're gonna feel abundant, you're gonna feel really good about yourself, and you're going to be very attractive, and yeah, you're going to be attractive. People are going to be pulled towards you. But what is this Wheel of Fortune talking about? What is this change? Can you tell us anything, Spirit? What is this change coming up after the Death? What is this change? Three of Wands. I think the change is going to be that there's going to be this almost like this break between the both of you. Now, some of you might not want to hear this, but I will say there's Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So things are really leading you towards some kind of new stable relationship. But so even though these energies are a bit all over the place, they need to happen in order for you to get to this healthy stable relationship. Okay, so Three of Wands, I feel like there's going to be distance, there's going to be a lot of time given for you to reflect on this connection, for this person to reflect on their actions also. I'm not sensing this to be sad. That's the thing. That's the difference. Like, if right now you think that, oh, you'll be sad if this person's gone, whatever, right? That's where this energy that comes out. I feel like something is going to shift here where you won't be sad, where there's going to be so much changing in your life that you're going to be at a different place, and you're going to be really reflecting from like a mature place. You're just thinking about it and you're wanting more, you're wanting newness. And with the Nine of Pentacles, there are a lot of blessings coming your way, you guys, a lot of them. Get ready for it. But when it comes to this connection, you need to leave it on the back burner, because there is something coming for you. It could be with this person also, but you need to let it go now to see who it is with later on, this healthy relationship that I'm talking about here. But let's see if you can find any initials and zodiac signs or any other messages regarding who you're dealing with or who you will be dealing with. Let's see here. You have Aries energy coming up. Whoa. We also have Scorpio and Aquarius energy here as well. Let's see what else. We have H. So this could be in their name. Could be initial also. Whoa. We have W. Whoa, I picked a few of them. Okay. So we have spiritual lessons. Yeah, I definitely sense with the intensity of this connection, there are a lot of lessons you're learning through the connection, and this person's learning these lessons also. We have player. No wonder, no wonder. I was telling you, it's an energy of an in and out kind of energy. It's an energy where this person's not a little flaky, a little all over the place, and they have a lot going on. This person could very likely be a player because they lack the emotional maturity to be in a real relationship. So all they do is have surface leveled connections and walk out. And I'm not saying what you feel is surface leveled, but the kind of connections this person's comfortable in are surface level for sure. And then we have Gemini energy. This makes, this person could be a Gemini, very likely, because this is giving me a lot of Gemini energy, back and forth, confused, overwhelmed. Not, that's just some aspects of Geminis, like that's not all that's there, but let's see. Please don't attack me. I'm saying that. Okay, and then we have Leo. Leo energy is also present. Leo is, and yeah, this energy can talk about how this person might be a bit of a narcissist as well, where they are wanting to just kind of focus on themselves and kind of be liked by others a lot. Let's get one more. Did I say that was the last one? Let's get one more. Okay, this bottom one wants to come out. R. That could be the initial also. But that is all I'm picking up here. I hope it resonated, and if it did, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. We are taking a look at what is currently happening in your love life and what is going to be happening next. I am offering personal readings on Instagram, so if you're wanting a personal love reading, feel free to message me on there. But let's get started. We're going to be pulling oracle cards, tarot cards. We're also going to be pulling some chits at the end to find initials, zodiac signs, anything we can find out. But these 3 cards over here are talking about the current energy surrounding your love life. So let's take a look at what is happening here. So we have trust, past life relationship, worth waiting for. Now the trust is giving me a lot of different messages. The card trust, this is talking about a few different things. First of all, you guys might have trust issues. But I'm sensing deep-rooted trust issues that will come up when you are in a serious relationship. So some of you that have already been in serious relationships, like it has come up already. But for those that have not yet entered a serious relationship in your life, I feel like it's gonna come up. And I feel like these originate from your past, though. Like you've either sensed someone else cheating or something happened where you were deceived, but there is something here to do with trust. On a different note, this card is also talking about a connection in your life where you're feeling like this person is the one. You're feeling like something is going to happen with this person. And I feel like it is. I feel like something is going to happen here. Now I'm picking up on your energy, but we'll see with the cards if something comes up. We have past life relationship here. So there is definitely someone here. I feel like this person's kind of at the edge of your life. Like they're not fully in. Like they're not like right in front of you. They're just kind of at the edge. The connection isn't where it could be. There is still distance present here. There is a lot of room for growth in the connection. But right now, I feel like they're still at the edge. You might be desiring closeness with this person, but they're not here yet. For some of you, they're just not in your life at all. For others of you that know who this person is, I feel like they're not as close to you as you'd like for them to be. We have the worth waiting for. I do feel like the universe is really kind of waiting. There is something planned here, and the universe is really watching you. They're really supporting you as you move forward. There's something planned here, I feel like, in this connection. I've said that already, but and it seems like your spirit guides, whatever you believe in, they're watching, they're waiting impatiently because there is something really good at the end of it. It might, I don't know if the whole thing is gonna be good, whatever happens, but at the end of it, you're gonna get what you really want. Interesting. Let's see with the tarot what we can find out. What is happening in group number three's love life, spirit? Current energies, group number three's love life. Wow. Lots of cards came out to speak. We have Three of Wands. We have Four of Wands and Ten of Swords. King of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Wands. You know what? I'll look at this card later. So these four cards. So Three of Swords, I feel like right now there's distance. As I was picking up, I feel like someone's there. They're just at the edge of your life. Right now you might be waiting for something to happen. You might be feeling like you're doing a lot of reflection and you're just kind of wondering, is this it? Is now gonna something happen? Now gonna something happen? What's wrong with me? But there's silence in your love life. That's what I'm sensing. And this is here because you're really meant to be working on yourself at this time. I do feel that you have created a sense of stability within yourself. There is stability present in your life also. But with the Ten of Swords being over there, I wonder if trust has something to do with that. Maybe there was an ending here that happened because of trust issues, but this can also be talking about fear around certain connections that is kind of keeping you by yourself right now. So if you are single, this is something you really need to be working on. Where your fear is when it comes to relationships, what are you afraid of? Really be working on these like limiting beliefs within yourself for as long as you have stillness in your life, in your love life, because I do see movement will occur quite soon. You're meant to be focusing on your career at this time, and you're meant to be really giving to yourself for sure. With the King of Pentacles, this is talking about your energy, but it is also talking about someone else's energy, especially because we do have the Ace of Wands coming out. So I do see that there is this new spark here that is coming. It's around the corner, and it's going to be very exciting, very fiery, very passionate. It's going to happen very, very quickly also for you guys, but it's going to happen after you really sort of healed certain fears and created more of a sense of stability in your life and reached a different or higher level of success. But Ace of Wands, I do feel that something new is coming. Something new is coming and it's going to feel really, really good. But I do also see, especially because this is talking about current energies here, I feel like there's more to come. Some of you already, no. This is some moving in the future here. I don't think this is right now in your life. You know what? Let's take a look at what is coming up. And I'm going to save this. Does not belong here right now. Let's see. Group number 3, Spirit. What is next in love for group number 3? What is coming up next in love? Okay. The 4 seasons. Can you embrace your cyclical whatever, I cannot pronounce it, nature. Now this card is really talking about, you know how life, it goes up and down, the seasons, things change, right? At this phase in your life, your patience is really being tested. Can you embrace that, or are you resisting it? There is almost like this blockage where things are not growing right now. Can you embrace that? You're really being led towards embracing these energies, because once we start appreciating what is present, things really start working in our favor. And then we also have this card, gold. What is your true value? And I feel like that is what you're really defining at this point. This time given to you is meant to be really you focusing on your stability, you focusing on your career, you focusing on creating this value around yourself. You are golden. And if right now you don't feel like you're financially stable, this is talking about money here. I feel you're going to be really, really successful in the future when it comes to your finances. But yeah, when it comes to your love life, this time is really about embracing what is happening right now and raising your value, realizing your value. Use this time to do that reflection, okay? Because there is something coming. Let's see with the Romance Angels Oracle deck, what is next for you in love. Group number 3, what is next for them in love, Spirit? What's coming up next for group number 3 in love? Wow. Okay, that was unexpected, and I feel like it's going to be when it happens. Heart-to-heart conversations, express your love, deception, religious factors. Nothing to be afraid of here. You see the deception here? That's not someone else. That's you. Now, at some times we have to wear masks, right? For example, when we go to work and we have a very professional job, we have to put on a mask of being professional. We cannot be fully personal and silly like we are at home. But if you're putting that mask on in relationships, that's when the trouble begins, because relationships are all about vulnerability. They're about being authentic, and the more authentic we are, the more real the relationship becomes, the more healthy it becomes, right? And it seems like because of fear, and perhaps because you have been by yourself for a long time, you're quite hesitant. And I feel like with the religious factors here, the universe is going to be really leading you towards having this mask off. There's going to be a lesson here to be learned on how to be vulnerable, and it's going to be a little bit difficult for you. But with the express your love heart-to-heart conversations, you're going to be encountering someone moving forward that is real. You're going to encounter someone that wants to have deep conversations with you, that is going to be really expressive with their love and with their intentions. And the thing is, this is something that we all want from a partner, but when you face it, it is going to be quite difficult for you to match that energy, because it requires a lot of courage to be vulnerable. This is why you have a lot of time right now to build yourself up, to work through the self-limiting beliefs, because the more you work on yourself right now, the better things will be when this person comes. However, if you distract yourself right now and just focus on different things instead of sitting down and doing some reflection, like if you just distract yourself, when this person comes in, you're gonna want this, and it's gonna be very difficult for you to be in this, okay? That's what that's talking about. But there is someone coming your way that is going to be really in love with you, really expressive. It might feel like they're love bombing you, but love bombing is just an expression of love, because it doesn't always mean something bad. Some people just feel it and then they just give you the love, okay? It doesn't always mean something bad. I know on the internet it has a bad kind of energy. Sometimes it is, but not always. But I feel like this person, they're gonna be really like showering you with their love for sure. So really work on taking off this mask before this person gets here. Practice being vulnerable with the connections that are currently in your life, okay? But let's see what else we can find out. What's next in love for group number 3? Okay, I don't know why a lot of cards have come out again, and I think the universe just really wants to speak to you. 8 of Cups, we have Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups. I'm sorry, a card fell. 3 of Swords, King of Swords, and then we have these 2 cards, which I'll talk about later at the end. But these 5 cards, these 5 cards are painting a story here. It seems like as you continue moving forward on this journey, as you work through your self-love, as you work through raising your value, like financially, and raising your stability, you're gonna reach a point here where there's a love offer coming in. There is someone that's going to come towards you, and I feel kind of bad for this person. They have a very gentle, very soft energy, and they also have this innocence, like kind of naive energy. This person is coming in to give you love, but I'm seeing them being met with questions and judgment. And I think it's because either it's very unexpected for you, or you're just used to, like, you're not used to the corny stuff. And I'm seeing this person being like a hopeless romantic. So I'm seeing you almost like not trusting it, questioning it, judging it, and it's going to be quite painful for this person. Now, I want to mention we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So this is someone that is quite significant to your journey. Like, this person is a perfect match for you, because Queen of Swords, King of Swords is supposed to be a perfect match. But because of the mask that you have on, because you're afraid on some level, I do feel like you're gonna kind of disappoint this person at first. There's this sadness here this person's feeling, even though they have fully good intentions for you. They're being met with criticism, and they don't like that. They don't like it. It's hurting them. But with the King of Swords, I do see them kind of changing their approach as the connection progresses into something a little bit more practical, a bit more cold, which is something that you're going to be comfortable with. So it's like they're having to hide their emotions and their vulnerability to make you comfortable, which is not a good sign, you guys. This is why it's important that you really work on being vulnerable, because it feels like this is someone that is a perfect match for you, but they're gonna have to really change themselves in order to get you to be comfortable. But it's better if you're vulnerable, you're able to meet each other on that more authentic level, right? So I'm almost seeing them having to kind of shut down their romance and become more like mental and more like serious with the conversations. But I do feel like there is going to be a connection here. There's just a lot of adjustments that both of you will have to make in order for this connection to work out in a healthy way. And I do see it working out in a healthy way, but as I said, it's going to be a bit of a journey for you. Now, I do feel with the 9 of Cups and Ace of Wands, this connection, there is going to be passion. There is going to be a lot of attraction. It's going to feel like a wish fulfillment. This is something that you really want. This is something that you have been waiting for, and it is going to come in. But as I said, in order for you to really reach that level of satisfaction and fulfillment and just passion and creativity and attraction, it's a really positive energy. But in order for you to get here, you're gonna have to go through a bit of a journey here. And this is the place where the universe is really excited for you to get to, because when we're at this place, we're able to create a lot in our life. We're able to manifest a lot. We're able to just design our life the way we like, and it's a really, really positive energy. And I'm seeing you getting here through this connection. But the universe is really just guiding you to be more gentle, be more vulnerable, and don't be so harsh when this person comes in, because as I said, they have a very soft energy, you guys. But let's see what we can find out about this person, their initial zodiac signs, anything else about the connection here. Okay, we have 2 cards. We have Immature and we have Cancer. Okay, so Cancer is a very homey energy, and this is definitely talking about this person here. They have almost like they're the kind of person that like they would cook for you. They would like if you're sleeping, they would cover you with a blanket. That's the kind of person this is. But then with the immature, it almost feels like they're being labeled immature because of their energy. Now, you might not even be doing this intentionally, but the universe is guiding you to be careful because I don't feel this energy is immature, but it's being mislabeled in a way. Interesting. Let's see what else we can find out. We have Taurus energy also present, which is a very stable, very earthy energy. This person is gonna like try to get you flowers a lot. I feel like, or they're gonna treat you with nice gifts. They have extrovert. Now this person feels like an extrovert. This person seems like very social. They have the energy where people very much like them, because there's nothing to not like. They are very uplifting. They're very positive. They're very charming. A little bit corny, very romantic, and I feel like this person doesn't have a lot of experience in love, in relationships, which is why they just have their heart open. There's no fear for them. Interesting. We have slow and steady, and I feel like that's how this connection is gonna go. It's gonna be a bit of a journey, as I keep mentioning. And I'm seeing this person being very careful with themselves and in the way they are with you, because they're going to be very aware of what you're liking and what you're not liking. And they really like you, they really have feelings for you moving forward. And I'm seeing them like be willing to adjust to kind of make you comfortable, which again doesn't feel healthy, but if you were to really focus on yourself and practice your vulnerability, I feel like this connection can be a lot healthier. It will be healthier, but it's going to take a lot longer for it to get to that point. But let's see. But slow and steady will win the race, right? We have K. It could be a letter in their name. It could be their initial as well. We have Capricorn energy. Let's get two more. We have Scorpio energy also. A lot of zodiac signs. No, that's a lot. And we have N. So it could be a letter in their name, their initial, but that is all I'm picking up here for you guys. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!